Do you live in Arkansas, Texas, and Oklahoma, and Colorado? So this will you need to watch this video. There's a winter storm in Colorado and a severe weather risk in the south today. Alright everyone, so we have a slight risk of severe weather in Arkansas, Texas, Tennessee. We can see marginal risk in Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, and Louisiana too. Then we can see our wind risk, everybody. We got a 15% wind risk in Texas, Arkansas, then 5% in Oklahoma, Texas, Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Tennessee, and Mississippi. Then we got a little 5% wind risk in New York and some of the New England states and Maine. Alright, so this is what our radar can look like, everyone. We got Tuesday at 7 p.m. We can have some maybe storms starting to fire up in Arkansas, Missouri, maybe even some storms and rain in Kansas we can see. And we can see our snowstorm over there in Colorado. We're going to be talking about in this video also. You can see maybe rain in Indiana, Kentucky, Illinois. We can see also in rain in some parts of Oklahoma and maybe potential storms starting to fire up. Then we got Tuesday at 10 p.m. We can see some storms starting to fire up in Missouri. We can see also Arkansas, some rain in Kansas also on here, and storms starting to fire up in Arkansas too. Also in our snowstorm over in Colorado. We can see in rain in Nebraska. We can see in Kansas also on here. Wednesday at midnight, we can still have some storms in Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, some rain in Kansas, our snowstorm going across Colorado. We can see also a rare snowstorm. We can see potentially maybe some little storms in Oklahoma and Arkansas, where we can see our main storms look like they're in Missouri for this model we can see right now. But this can change a bit also. Then we can see some rain in Kentucky and Ohio also, and some rain in Missouri too for Wednesday at midnight. Then we can see Wednesday at 3 a.m. These storms could go overnight too. Also, we can see some of these storms contain damaging winds. We can see with that rain, damaging hail. We're going to be getting into our hail outlook in about a few minutes here in tornado risk. Then we can see our damaging winds and hail storms going down in Arkansas. Then our winter storm in Colorado also. In Kansas, we could have a part of a winter storm too. Also in rain in Kansas. Some rain in Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky. You can see, and even Tennessee, in Missouri also on here, guys, and maybe some rain in Texas, and maybe some storms in Oklahoma. Then we're going to be getting into our hail risk now, everyone. We can see we got a significant hail risk in Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma, at 15% wind risk in Arkansas, Missouri, at 5% wind risk in Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi, Louisiana. Then we got a hail risk up in New York and some of the New England states. We can see a 5% hail risk too. Now we'll be talking about our tornado risk too. We got a 5% tornado risk in Arkansas. We can see even Texas. We can see we got a significant risk in Arkansas, a 2% tornado risk in Missouri, Illinois, Kentucky, Mississippi, Louisiana, and New York. In some of the New England states like Vermont, we can see also has a 2% tornado risk for today. We can see Tuesday, May 5th. We can see also. Alright guys, so this is Tuesday around 4 p.m. We can see our dew points, like have more fuel for tornadoes tomorrow. We can see also, it looks like we got a dry line in Kansas and our severe weather risk is in Arkansas, Oklahoma. We got humidor dew points in the 60s, mid 60s. Then we got dew points in the mid 30s up here in Kansas and Missouri. We can see also for Tuesday at 4 p.m. we can see for today. Also, then we got dew points in Texas that are in the 30s and parts of Texas too. Also, we can see. Alright, we can see this is our significant tornado parameter. So this is Tuesday at noon. We can see we have a pretty much higher the number. We have a higher energy chance for like tornadoes. We can see we got a 1, 2, 3. We can see on here 10 is the worst. So we're at like a number 3. There's a higher chance for tornadoes tomorrow. You can see on here this is Tuesday at noon. Then Tuesday at 3 p.m. we can see our numbers going up. We have a 4. We have a 3 on here. We can see like these are more like for fuel for more tornadoes, higher the number. So when in the middle, we could have some. That's why we have a significant risk, because we could see on here that with the dry line and things on here too. It's like adding to it. We have a significant 5% tornado risk we can see for today. Also, then we can see Tuesday at 7. We can see we got higher numbers. We can see the pink and purple. So this pretty much means like we have a higher chance of like tornadoes, pretty much like it's indicating we could have tornadoes tomorrow also on here potentially too. You can see it's the ingredients are in the air for tornadoes tomorrow. We still got a 5% risk and a significant 1, so this is adding to it like this to the significant 1 risk. Also, we can see we have a chance for supercells even too. We still, like in Oklahoma, we have a chance of supercells for today. Also, we have a 20 out of 50. So pretty much means like 50, we could have the highest chance of supercells. 20, we're in the middle, kind of. 14, 20 in Arkansas. You can see we have 11, we're like in the middle, moderate risk for supercells. You can see also for today, and worse are supercells in the moderate risk too. Also, so we're in this in the middle for supercells. We can see it's questionable about the supercells today. Also, we can see we could get a bit of rain today. Also, we can see from some of these rain and storms. Also, we get like 2 inches in parts of Arkansas, an inch and a half in Tennessee, 2 inches in parts of Mississippi. We can see also on here. You can see Indiana, we could get maybe 0.75 inches of rain. Also, Louisiana, we get 0.4 inches. Texas, we get 0.29 also on here. You can see for Wednesday at 5 p.m. everybody. So then we can see Wednesday 10 p.m. we can still have 2 inches in some spots, 1.78 inches. Even Alabama will get an inch of rain possibility today. Also for the next 24 hours, we can see from Tuesday 10 p.m. to Wednesday 10 p.m. Yeah, pretty much we could get rain from these storms also. We can see out here, guys. Also, there's going to be something else we're going to be talking about now. We're going to be talking about our rare winter storm in Colorado for today. We can see also we can have snow in parts of Colorado, Wyoming moving in around Tuesday at noon, 11 a.m. We can see we got snow moving in. So we got some leftover rain in Colorado and Nebraska. We see also for Tuesday at around 11 a.m. we can see. So this is my time zone, guys. That's why I'm saying 11 a.m. Then we can see around Tuesday at 2 p.m. we can see we got snow starting to move into Colorado. We can have some heavy snow also. We can have some rain in parts of Colorado, switching over to snow too. In even Nebraska, we can have some rain. In Kansas also. We can see on here too. In some snow in Wyoming too. Then we can see by 7 p.m. on Tuesday, we got heavy snow moving into Colorado. We can see in snow in Wyoming too, switching over from snow to rain. Rain to snow. Rain to snow. I meant. Sorry. Then we get some rain in Nebraska, Kansas. Also, we can see on here. Then by Tuesday at 10 p.m. we can see our snow is in Colorado. We can see Wyoming. We can see also. So we got leftover rain in Nebraska, Colorado. We can see also rain in Nevada, Utah too. Wednesday 1 a.m. we can see also. We got some snow across Colorado. We can see around Wednesday 11 p.m. Tuesday 11 p.m. everybody. We can see some snow in Kansas also on here. And some rain in Nebraska too. And some rain in Utah, Nevada. You can see also on here, guys. And we got some rain, looks like in New Mexico potentially too. Then we can see Wednesday by 4 a.m. we can see 2 to 4 a.m. area we can see in here. We got snow across a lot of Colorado. We can see, looks like Denver's included in this too. Looks like we got some rain in southern Colorado. We can see in the Colorado mountains. We could see a lot of snow too. Also, then we got some rain in Kansas. Also in here, Nebraska. You can see too on here, and maybe some rain in Nevada too. All right, by Wednesday 5 a.m. we can see 6 a.m. area early by morning hours. We got snow across middle part of Colorado. You can see a lot of heavy snows on here too. Also, some snow in Kansas too, in Nebraska. Some snow in Utah too, potentially in Wyoming too on here, guys. Also, then we can see Wednesday 10 a.m. it's still going. We can see we still got snow in Colorado, Kansas. We can see also rain in Kansas, rain in Utah maybe too. Also snow in Nebraska. We can see also on here, guys, for Wednesday around 8 to 10 a.m. we can see on here, and maybe some rain in Utah too. You can see on here, guys. So yeah. Okay, so got some snow in Wyoming too. We can see for Wednesday at 10 a.m. Could bring significant snow to some areas. By Wednesday at 2 p.m. we can see we got snow in Colorado still. This is a pretty rare May snowstorm we can see here. We got some snow in maybe even looks like in some other parts of Colorado too. In the mountains we can see also on here, and maybe even some snow in Nebraska too. For around noon on Wednesday, we can see early afternoon hours on Wednesday. We can see, guys. Then we can see by Wednesday at 5 p.m. our snow is looks like it's getting smaller on radar. You can see by 3, 4, 5 p.m. we can see we got snow. Looks like in New Mexico a little potentially too, and maybe some switching over from rain to snow in some spots. We can see it in parts of Colorado and maybe even Kansas too on here, guys. Also, then we can see by Wednesday 8 p.m. we can have snow in New Mexico. We can see still in parts of Colorado switching from rain to snow in some spots. Depends where you're at in Colorado. You can see in Oklahoma. Also, we can see on here, guys, and some rain in Arizona potentially too. We can see also, guys. All right, so by Thursday at midnight, we can see our snow is in New Mexico, moving pretty much out of Colorado. We can see rain in Colorado, in Kansas, and maybe even Texas. We can see on here too, guys. So yeah, so let's see how much snow we're gonna get from this, guys. All right, we can see this is Tuesday 10 p.m. We can see 8 to 10 p.m. area. We can see in parts of Colorado mountains, we can have a foot of snow potentially. We can see a few inches in other parts of Colorado, Wyoming. We can have 8 to 10 inches in some spots too. We can see even parts of Wyoming. We can have it looks like a foot in some parts of Wyoming in the mountains. We can see also on here, and maybe even over in California, we can have a few inches of snow too in the mountains too, guys. We can see also. Then we can see Wednesday by 3 a.m. we can see in some spots we can have in the mountains around like 12 inches of snow. This is 24-hour snow from Tuesday 3 a.m. to Wednesday 3 a.m. We can see we could have a foot of snow in parts of the Colorado mountains, a few inches in parts of Colorado. We can see Wyoming, we can have 8 to 9 inches, 11, 12 inches in some spots. It just depends where you're at in Colorado and Wyoming. You can see in Utah, we can have even maybe a few inches of snow in some spots, 4 to 6 inches maybe in some spots of Utah. You can see in that one spot also. Then we can see on here, guys, around Wednesday 9 a.m. we can see the 24-hour snow forecast. You can see we can have in some parts of the Colorado mountains like 20 inches, 21, 22 inches of snow potentially in some spots. We can see in the Colorado mountains, 10 inches in parts of Denver. We can see a few inches in parts of other parts of Colorado. A couple of mountains we can have several inches too. We can see on here also, guys. Then we can see by Wednesday 2 p.m. everybody, we can have some spots of over 18 to 20 inches of snow in the mountains. In some parts, like other parts of like Denver, we can see a foot of snow. Then other parts of Colorado, like we can see 12, 13, 14 inches of snow. This depends where you're at, and maybe or some parts of Colorado you might only get a few inches of snow. You can see for the snowstorm today in Colorado also on here. Then we can see, let's move to our 2-day. All right, pretty much this is going to be our total snowfalls. We can have a foot in some spots. It depends where you're at. So pretty much, I feel like we're going to aim for a foot of snow more in a lot of places we can see. That's my opinion. Yeah, that's my opinion. What I'm seeing out here, 11, 10 inches, depends. So yeah, guys. So we're going to look at something else real quick, guys. We're going to look how below average you're going to be in some of the temperatures too. All right, we're going to see how below average you're going to be for this time of year. So this is Wednesday at 2 a.m. We got 15 degrees below average in parts of Colorado. We get Kansas, 12 degrees below normal. We see for this time of year. Even parts of Wyoming, we can see 10 to 13 degrees below normal for this time of year, guys. So yeah. Wednesday 2 p.m. we can have 20 degrees below normal for this time of year. 18 degrees below normal. Nebraska, 20 degrees below average this time of year. Even parts of Arizona, we can see 10 degrees below average. Even parts of Wyoming, we can see 15 to 18 degrees below normal, guys, for May. Wednesday, 8 p.m., we can see we got 23 degrees below normal, 21 degrees below normal. Kansas, 18 degrees below average, too. Nebraska, 14 degrees below average, too. Arizona, 8 degrees below average. In New Mexico, we can see 10 degrees below average, too. So let's look at some of these temps we can see on here. So we can see this is Wednesday morning, everyone. We can see we can have 30s in Colorado, 20s even in Wyoming, and some teens in the Colorado mountains. We can see also for Wednesday at 9 a.m. too, guys. Then we can see we don't get much of a warm up by Wednesday afternoon, midday, 2 to 4 p.m. We can see later afternoon hours. In the 30s still in Colorado, Kansas maybe in the 40s is where our snow is going to be happening too. You can see for Wednesday also on here, guys. So yeah. Alright, so then Thursday night is going to be super cold in the Colorado mountains. We can see around 3 a.m. we can have 7 degrees in some spots, 5 degrees, 10 degrees, 20 degrees in Denver, and 28 degrees in parts of Denver too. Seeing verdes in Colorado too. In Wyoming, we have verdes in 20s too. We can see on here also, guys. Alright, so this is Thursday at 11 a.m. We can have verdes in the Colorado mountains and 40s in Colorado again. So I hope you learned something new about in this video today. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the notification bell and never miss a video like this, guys. I see you guys in the next one.